How are we doing, everybody? Welcome to Russell Heritage Golf. Today we are here at West Midlands Golf Club and we are talking about how to stop standing up when it comes to hitting the ball. This has been prompted by somebody that I was working with online, and I was trying to chat about some sort of impact area and club face, but the person couldn't get it out of their head about this sort of standing up, and they became very fixated. So I thought we would create a video just in case it relates to anybody else out there at home who is thinking the same sort of thing. What happens is that in the backswing position, we rotate back, and then what needs to happen in the transition is we need the lower body to be working at a high rate of rotation. Because the reason why is that the hit, when we come to hitting the golf ball, is an extension and an upward movement. So you can't stay down when hitting the golf ball because you have to be rotating and coming up. And a good analogy would be like a frisbee. You know, if you're going to throw a frisbee, especially if you imagine lead hand only, yes, you would rotate in that first bit, but then as you throw it, it would all be about the retraction of that lead side and the extension of your body, which would release the frisbee in the direction where you're going. And it's the same with golf. The hit is an upward motion. So if you're standing up, which could also be categorized as early hip extension, then why would that actually be happening then? If I'm suggesting that you've got to stand up coming in towards the hit, well, it's basically a lack of rotation in that transition. Now, we know that when we look at professional golfers, there is a high rate of rotation between the top of the backswing position and by the time the left arm is horizontal, which, just to paint a picture for you guys, basically means that from here to here is arguably when the pelvis is working at its fastest rate of rotation, and that's helping you redirect the energy towards the golf ball. So if you're somebody, as a quick tip, this is basically that you are standing up early hip extending, then basically what you're mainly seeing is potentially a lack of rotation in that early transition. Now, just as a final little tip, it's not a case of swinging back and just spinning your hips as quick as you can, because what you need to also make sure is that you don't allow your right hip to move in front, okay? So if I use my golf bag here for a moment, because we've been talking very much along the theme of trying to make swing changes on the course. So if I use my bag, you can see the way if I place my driver here for a moment, right, that I'm going to basically use it as a reference. So in the backswing position, I get my right hip onto the driver, and what I'm trying to suggest is don't just spin this way. See, my right hip comes off the driver head. What you want to do is try and keep your right hip there and fall more towards your left, like so. And then from here, as you're coming towards the hit, then you'd be coming up and extending through that hitting area, which is why it doesn't work if you necessarily just try and stay down over the ball, because all you're going to end up doing is feeling massively hunched. If you're at home, yeah, and you want to kind of get a feeling for whether this is applicable for you, the same exercise. Put two canes across your, place one cane across your shoulders, the other one through your belt line, swing back, and then just work a little on that separation. So you can see the way the yellow cane works at a different rate of rotation. So I'm not swinging them both this way, okay, and then this way, it's this, yeah? But as you can see, this part of the cane here, if I now swing back and I place this cane here, it's not this way, it's this way, right? So the left side comes back without the right side massively impeding this sort of direction. So I hope this video helps other golfers out there that feel like you're just standing up, because I think it's very important that you understand what it is that you're trying to influence. And if you're somebody who's standing up coming in towards the hit, it's not about trying to force yourself to stay down, because again, very similar to like the last drill that appeared on the video, like I said about the frisbee analogy, this shoulder needs to retract out of the way to help bring your chest and everything around coming in towards the hip. So if you start thinking, oh, I'm just going to stay down, your shoulder's not going to go anywhere, your arm's going to bend, and you're going to get massively stuck like so. So that's a big no-no. You've got to think, pivot here, then retract that shoulder, swing your arms through. That's it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Always appreciate thumbs up, like. Remember, it's free to subscribe. Loads of variety on the channel if you're new to it. See you guys again soon.